Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's going on, good people? Welcome into the greatest show on earth. That's what it's been called around here lately. Welcome into the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports all the time. I'm Sports Director Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Brandon Bossert. We're back on an action-packed Friday night, Trey. We've got tons to get to tonight with baseball, with football, with After the Whistle as well.
Yes, welcome on into another episode of DSI. And as you said, boy, do we have a show for you tonight, including quite an interesting start. We'll begin with the latest developments in the NFL. Biggest news out of the league this week is the controversy over the Washington Redskins nickname. Yesterday, shareholders and investment firms reached out to sponsors of the team to ask them to drop Washington until they drop the nickname Redskins. Well, things got even spicier later that evening when FedEx, who, by the way, sponsors the team's stadium, they asked the Skins for a change. And later that night, Nike pulled all Redskins merchandise off their website. Surely these actions caused major contributors they actually sparked something in the Skins.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of pressure put on financially to the Redskins, Trey. It did because as of this morning, the organization sent out a press release announcing the team will undergo a thorough review of the team's name. This is a bombshell out of the NFL. Owner Dan Snyder issued a statement that read in part, quote, "This process allows the team to take into account not only the proud tradition and history of the franchise, but also input from our alumni, the organization, sponsors, the National Football League, and local community it is proud to represent on and off the field." Now, a change is now expected to come before the start of this season. So it looks like the next time the NFL's Washington franchise takes the field, it will not be as the Redskins.
Yeah, what did Charlie Sheen say? Money talks.
Yeah,
I think this is a long time coming. I don't want to act like I've been a big proponent, Brandon, by any means of wanting the name changed, but I am reminded of a quote. There's never a wrong time to do the right thing. So if there is a time to do what people have been asking Daniel Snyder to do for a long time, and I mean a long time, now is the time to do so. We've seen all of the names being drawn up. We've seen the Red Tails, we've seen the Warriors and different stuff. I just think right now is the time for Washington to go ahead with that name change.
Well, we've actually seen this in northern Delaware just a few years ago when Conrad Schools of Science actually changed their nickname from the Redskins to the Red Wolves. I think it's important to explain why changing this name is important. The American Psychological Association wrote back in 2010 that sports-related representations of American Indians are problematic because, for three reasons: misuse sacred cultural symbols and spiritual practices. It also perpetuates racist stereotypes of American Indians, and it denies American Indians control over societal definitions of themselves, Trey. So I think that this is something that has had to happen for a while now. Just in 2013, Dan Snyder said that we are never changing this team's name. And this has been going on since the 1960s, that this debate has been raging around the nation. It's been flaring up in the 80s and a few years ago, but now it looks like we're finally going to get a change.
Yeah, and what did, like we said, we talked about it before, Daniel Snyder saying we are never going to change the team's name.
Capitalize too.
It took, what was that? That wasn't even 12
7
hours,
years.
was it? Last night came down at 9 o'clock that the Redskins merchandise was being taken off of Nike. And then by 11 o'clock in the morning, there was a statement by the team. So as we said, money talks.
And it was screaming.
Yes, it was yesterday, in addition to what FedEx put out there. All right, switching gears now to a story that dominated the beginning half of our week. After months of swirling speculation, it was made official on Tuesday afternoon that the 2020 minor league baseball season in its entirety would be canceled. Well, there are over 150 minor league teams all over America. The closest one to us, of course, is the Delmarva Shorebirds. This really came at a rough time, I would say, for the franchise. They just come off winning a franchise best 90 games, Brandon, and guess what? They were going to be good again this year. They had a ton of talent oozing through that roster once again.
Yeah, they had plenty of talent coming up from Aberdeen, especially on the pitching side. Like you said, a 90-win team, and a looming headache for minor league clubs and their fans will center on the economic fallout of this, as the Shorebirds specifically were set to celebrate their 25th anniversary season in 2020. They had plenty of giveaways and promotional events planned out, and General Manager Chris Bitters says the club is disappointed, but they'll look ahead.
For our staff, our fans, and all of our supporters, it's a tough day. I'm not going to lie. Now that we have this behind us, we'll work with our fans to make sure they're taken care of first and foremost, be the next priority. And then, after that, it's what types of things can we pull off for the community here at the stadium.
Now, Trey, I got to say, I feel like this was the obvious move right here. If Major League Baseball couldn't get their act together and start playing until August or late July, then how is minor league baseball going to be able to get on the field themselves?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you said it. Obviously, we knew this was a long time coming for minor league baseball, especially without fans. We talked about it in, I think, April or May. How is the Shorebirds going to play without fans? That is literally how they generate their revenue. So minor league baseball could not happen without fans. Hopefully the organization is able to get things back together for next year. I talked to Bitters, and he says that everything that they had planned for this 25th anniversary this year, they are planning on doing next year. That's a good thing. He also cited that the stadium was going to try to host different things in the community and try to be a pillar for the community. Even though their main season is canceled, they've been hosting baseball games and travel games and things like that. I've seen some other minor league teams do drive-in movies, so that might even be a possibility. I'm not speaking for the Shorebirds by any means, but it really would be cool to see the community rally behind these guys and kind of still give these guys the support that they need. All right, although the Shorebirds season is being canceled locally, and that really hurt us, there are about 160 minor league teams all over America who also suffered a lost year.
That's right. Not only do the fans suffer, but think about the players. Local product Hunter Parsons, a first-year pitcher in the New York Mets organization, chronicles his rough journey into the pros in this week's Insider interview.
It really sucked. It's supposed to be first full year as a professional and really a chance to kickstart my career in the right way. And, getting down to spring training for, I think it was just over a week, and everything was going well and was feeling healthy, feeling ready to go. And then obviously all this hits, so we get sent home. And honestly wasn't expecting it to last that long. I mean, I was honestly expecting to, we'd probably be home for about a month, maybe two, and then get back to doing what we were doing. But yeah, I mean, it sucks. And I think the worst part about it was I had to read about it on Twitter.
You guys heard when we heard.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
How does a layoff like this affect development, not only for you, but some of your teammates and future teammates?
I think that's just a personal thing. It depends on, what you do with the time off. Because it'll be very easy to, kind of just slack off and, enjoy the summer and not really get your work in every day. Or, it can be an opportunity to get better, get a lot better. Just pushing yourself, having a summer where you're not really going to have to do much. You're not going to have to worry about, playing in a bunch of games and traveling on the road a lot. What you can do is, just get better, get in the gym, get out with some guys. And they still want us to compete. So they still want us to try and find, for me, try and find hitters that I can throw against, once a week and still try and get myself better. It's just, it sucks that it can't be, with the Mets organization, and we can't do it, as a team like we were hoping to. But, yeah, I think it's just going to be a personal thing. It's going to be, how bad do you want it? Are you going to let it affect you, or you're just going to see it as a chance to get better, see it as a chance, anyone who knows me and follows my baseball career knows I'm a big man of faith. So, I think God's got a plan with it. I think he's got a plan with everything going on in the country right now, that somewhere down the road it's going to get better. And, we'll just got to trust that plan and know that he's got your future in the right hands.
And Hunter says he plans to use this time to spend with his family. This will be his first full summer with his family since his high school days, actually.
Yeah, Hunter pitched for 4 years for the University of Maryland. So while talking to him, he said, you know, I'm really just going to use this time to chill with family. I haven't been here on the Eastern Shore for a summer, an entire summer, for a very long time. And even before that, before college, he was in high school and playing summer ball and playing Legion ball and all of that different stuff. So
a great way to use your time if you're not going to play baseball.
Definitely, absolutely right. And hopefully things get back underway next year for the minor leagues. While we missed the majority of the college baseball season and all of the high school year, and we still, Brandon, sit about 3 weeks from that Major League Baseball restart.
3 long
weeks. Last night, for the first time since last year, we had baseball on our airwaves.
That's right, Trey.
Delmarva Baseball League, OC Marlins hosting the Wicomico Blue Sox. Wicomico striking early. First inning pass ball sees Brandon Owens give the Sox a 1-0 lead. Now, Wicomico would add another right after that. Daniel Warwick driving one to the gap. Calvin Malone coming around to make it 2-0 to start. How about that?
That's right, and the Marlins work a runner into scoring position, but Sox starter Travis Adams with a filthy pitch right here to get out of the jam.
Yes, he was.
OC would get one back in the second, and they'd add some more. Cole Gursky, a big rip into center field right here.
Snow Hill.
This is going to bring 2 runners in. The Fish would add another as they go on to take the win last night by a 4-3 final.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did a story about this a week or two ago, having these Legion kids come back, and it's not Legion ball.
Yeah.
We have to say that. It's not affiliated with Legion. It's Delmarva Baseball League. But it is great to be able to have some highlights and to also see these kids who would have had a high school season this year. It was wiped out by coronavirus, to be able to actually get on the field and participate. And these are all local kids.
Yeah, let's not get it confused. We don't want to say that it's Legion ball. It's not Legion ball. It is the Delmarva Baseball League. But talking to head coach Tyler Owens last night, I really think it's really good for these kids, not only high school kids, but there are some kids, local kids that are going off to college that are still eligible for this league that get to do something with their time.
Yeah, get some at-bats
and get to sharpen their skills. Exactly right. All right, that'll do it for the A block. We're taking a quick commercial break, but when we return, we're sharing the story of a young lady currently a part of a dynasty. Yeah, must be nice. Yeah, keep it here. You're watching the Delmarva Sports Insider.
My name is Jody Holloman from Delmar Field Hockey, and you are watching Delmarva Sports Insider.